What's up everybody, Slido Vecchio here, bringing you a little gauntlet gameplay to go over my review of Madden 17. Overall, this game, not very happy with it. It's very mediocre at best. I'd probably give it 3.5 or 4 out of 10. It just feels like there's nothing really that's changed in years in the game. I was expecting something much better once I picked Madden back up. The last one I probably played was 2000 or Madden 25, so a couple years ago. It just feels like everything is very scripted. There's not a lot you can do. If that makes sense, like it feels computer controlled too much. From the special moves completely taking over to just trying to strafe the line or make an interception or go up to swat the ball. You gotta hold the button. Even make different catches, you gotta hold it and wait for the player to go up and get it. It's not like a user time thing. Um, just doesn't feel fluid, doesn't feel like I'm in control of anything. That's probably my biggest complaint right now with the game. And like there, I was holding SWAT and the guy makes an interception. Next up, the run game is somewhat improved in this game from when I last played, but the blocking is still terrible. You'll still see guys running fully downfield ahead of you when you need to block right next to you or behind you. Fullback won't pick up a pretty easy block on like stretch plays or tosses, and you end up losing yards when it should be a big gain. And then still the passing still needs work. The coverage is linebackers will be running with like Chris Johnson, for example, or David Johnson down the field, covering him pretty easily when there's a large speed difference, regardless of changing the sliders up. Let's see then. Also feels like when I'm out there on defense, whether I'm a man or zone, my guys won't react to a deep pass to someone else, but all of a sudden the computer will know exactly where the ball's going still, so the AI still needs to have a lower recognition. The biggest change here that EA is talking about for their gameplay is the improved special teams play, which I mean the fakes are kind of cool. Against a computer on all Madden, they're pretty much just don't work at all. So I mean they're fun to run a little bit, but one they're either too easy or too hard depending on the skill level or your opponent, which is kind of annoying if you have it done to you. The blocks, I've only blocked one kick online and none against the computer, so it's not as frequent as they make it seem, and how it's very easy in the tutorial, much harder during a live game, which is good. And the actual change in kicking, I personally hate it. It's different speeds for the accuracy based on pretty much every game because every kicker is different, and then based on skill level. And then online, if you've got any sort of like bad connection at all, any lag, you're not making a kick from anything more than 25 yards, and so extra points are even pretty easy to miss in this, which is not fun. And then that's what I'm talking about, the hit stick there when I'm pressing X and he does a conservative tackle, it's like I'm not in control when I fail that challenge. I did the connected franchise with made a wide receiver, 68 overall, and it was just far too easy, just outrunning everyone when I had like 86 speed, and I was putting up, it's a sweet catch there, putting up like 5,500 yards receiving and 2,000 yards rushing in only 14 games, and I scored like 70 something combined touchdowns on all Madden and everything. Just couldn't make it so it was tougher. And then I don't think there's an option to have the coach pick all your plays for you. So I was trying to call more running plays, and I was on the Browns, so it wasn't really working. So I'd be forced to pass a lot. And the thing that bothered me there was the camera angle is just awful for that. So I feel like that'd be an easy situation to improve. I don't know what they could do. So I don't know. The physics in this game too still bother me. I don't know if anyone played Backbreaker a few years ago. It was out on the PS3 and Xbox 360, I believe. That was a cool game. Just didn't have the NFL license, obviously, because EA owns that. It was fun to play. They had some cool game modes. But I wish that EA would do something like that for the physics engine, change it up a little bit because it seems it's been the same exact. They say they changed it, but it's definitely been the same exact stuff for same exact one for I don't know. It seems like 10 years now. But and the gameplay is seemingly gotten worse. I feel like they're making it tailoring it more towards lower skill level players, which makes sense because there's less high end players out there. So it's you want easier control, less skill needed to play. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a user snob, but I like to have more control of my guys. I don't want to just be holding wide to go up for an interception or an aggressive catch and just cheese down the field like that. Another thing that I hate that they put in here is tackle battles. I feel like they've done similar stuff to this, including like Fight for the Fumble years ago, and it just gets removed because it's not really realistic. Where you just press a button and then like here it makes a tackle, but if he had won that tackle battle and there's three other guys coming to make the tackle, he'll also break that too. So it makes it just defeats the purpose of it. It's not what it was made for. As for back to franchise mode a little bit, they had practice squads, kind of cool, but I mean, I'm probably not going to use that too much. Play the moments is a good idea. I might use that more. I've heard playing just all offense is kind of good in case you just can't stop the computer on offense. I also actually made an all QB team, so if anyone would be interested in me doing like a weekly segment with that, let me know in the comments. It's tough to make that. It would be sweet if there was a clone player button instead of having to create players. Uh, Big things that they brag about in the presentation: replay cameras. Just adds time in between plays when I pick my play, and then the commentary. I mean, yeah, they're gonna update it every week, but it gets stale if you play it more than once a week, so you're gonna hear the same stuff over and over. So that's pretty much my review. I mean, obviously, I just want more gameplay features fixed in here, but what can you do? Just some quick fantasy stuff here. I'd like to turn into like a segment if I could on Twitch or even on YouTube here. So start off guys who are just being terribly undervalued right now. Le'Veon Bell for starters, not going until pick 12. I've got him in the second round, multiple drafts. Guy's missing 3 games this year, yeah, but he missed 2 games last year and was consensus number one overall pick. Other running backs you can get really late: Frank Gore, Jay Stu. They're gonna be workhorses on their team. Yeah, they might not get all the touchdowns, but they're still goal line backs minus Jay Stu for Cam. Wide receivers, Demaryius Thomas, who's going in the third round, puts up wide receiver one, wide receiver two numbers. John Brown, you can get late. It's going to be a stud. He's going to put up double-digit touchdowns. As for QB, my boy Jameis Winston, going to be putting him in there. Figure he's going to have a Cam-like rushing season, and he'll improve as a passer. And long shot here, RG3, playing under Hugh Jackson, the Browns. Long passes there, they're going to be good. And to pair with RG3, if you can get Terrell Pryor late in deeper leagues, or you want to take a chance in daily fantasy, wouldn't be a bad shot. Thanks everybody for watching. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Leave a comment, especially if you're interested in want me to do the all QB team. Peace out, YouTube.